Gentlemen, I hope that you're doing well. Today is a very still and beautiful day, and being still and having somewhat of a calm day is so incredibly refreshing. Now, what I'm going to go through tonight is basically the ingredient to making it, to being the best that you can be. Now, the project here is only about making sure that people can get better. I won't take money for it, and I'm here for the long run. Now, being still means loading up, being calm, making sure that you sleep well, that you eat well, that you get that rest, that you have time for those walks. All of that stuff is a build-up to going really, really hard as soon as anything that it is that you do starts again. Many people see this marathon of life as something to grip and something to do as fast as possible. But really, we won't make sense of anything if we continue to do that. And I actually think that we're on our way to turn everything over again. Simply put, the world is healing, and it's healing because people are taking their time again. Now, there is a story that I have of a day where I had borrowed my friend's car. I was borrowing the car because he was on vacation, and when he got back, I was supposed to pick him up from the station, but the problem was that my phone had died. So as I'm driving to the station, I'm thinking, I hope that he can hear me. I hope that he can hear my thoughts. This is everything that I want in life right now. I just want him to hear what it is that I say. And I'm saying, please, please, just get to that spot where I left you. Just go there and just wait for 5 minutes. He didn't do that. He has like a GPS thing for the car, so he can see where the car is. And what he sees on the phone is that the car is at my job. So he suspects that I have a meeting and that I can't get to him, which is a total fucking disaster, if you ask me. So instead of going to the spot where I usually leave him and pick him up, he decides to take his stuff, and as soon as he has arrived, he just takes another train home. Now me, I'm thinking that maybe he heard me, so I go to the train station and he's not there. And I become stressed as well because my phone is dead and I have a guilty conscience because he was, he was counting on me, and I had borrowed his car for a few days as well. So I drove fast home, loaded up my phone, and told him I was actually outside. And he just said, I was kind of mad and I was kind of pissed. But I don't know why. I don't know why I was stressed. My best friend does not answer the phone for maybe 2 or 3 hours before I get there. Why should I think that he's not getting there? Why do I trust the GPS that much? Why can't I put 10 minutes into just waiting for him? Maybe buy a hot dog and just sit near the spot where he picks and leaves me and has done it 100 times. Why can't I just do that? And I told him, why was I so stressed when I drove home? Why was I so stressed to load up the phone and talk to you? Why did I have a guilty conscience? I mean, you're on a train home. You're not gonna die. We can compare it to every job that we have. Everything is supposed to be so fast. Everything is about getting to a higher level and moving forward. While most of the shit that we do, you're always on square one. You can never be happy. I've seen so many calm people go further than all of these ambitious people just because they had nothing better to do. It wasn't about staying in the game. It wasn't about working even harder. It was just about showing up again, basically. And that is absolutely nuts. And it's so illogical. Now, I do like the example of the lion, or some of the presidents and leaders who have actually won wars. These people and a lion have a lot in common. They sleep a lot. They sleep a lot. They take that rest. They take that vacation. They say whatever they feel. Their bodies are not filled with stress. The cortisol level cannot be very high in these individuals. And for some reason, when they go, they really go. You can really count on them. You can see when they show up. You can see it in their face, in their eyes. These people are fresh. This man is fresh. And it's gotta be the rest. It's gotta be the time that you actually get to think, to plan. But sometimes I wonder, do they even think? Do they even plan? Do you even have to do that? Because in the end, it was all about just doing. Very, very fascinating. Very, very fascinating that the animal that we love so much is basically resting for 20 hours of the day. And if it is quite active, it might be for just 4 hours. We can see that people who go to the gym, sleep well, eat well, these people have higher testosterone levels than guys who run a lot, who work a lot, who are stressed all the time. And I'm wondering if there's even a point where so much stress can actually higher your testosterone level, or if it's just detrimental. Simply put, is there a limit where stress becomes good? I've seen all of these ambitious runners, individuals who at any time of stress, they lose it. They lose it like 5 times a month. These are very, very volatile individuals. You can barely work with them because they can barely handle themselves. And then you have this unambitious, quite lazy, but very, very calm guy. And he's so concise, he's so sharp. No movement is unnecessary. And he wins. He wins. And that's the whole point. That is the whole point. He does 2 things a day. And these things are good. They turn out well. The stressed guy does 15 things, ruins the 2 important things, and has started 13 new projects, and God only knows where the fuck they are gonna go. To me, that sounds like a disaster. That does not sound like a person that I want to work with. That is not an organization that I want to join. An organization that is run by a guy like that. So less is more often than we think. More often than we think, less is actually more. I think you guys should take that with you. Stay dangerous and breathe through your nose.